Welcome back to the kitchen. My name is Shelly if you're new here, and this is Shelly Belly's Kitchen. Today is Saturday, and wow, it has been a really nice, kind of slow Saturday around here, and very much needed. It was a really long work week this week. So kind of a nice slow start to the morning today, and just really kind of very needed. But there are a couple things that I wanted to get done today. Canning and preserving season is thankfully kind of coming to an end, but there's still some things that I needed to get done, and I thought I would bring you along today to show you what we are getting started. There's a couple things that I need to do that are going to actually have to cook overnight, and so I thought you might enjoy seeing the prep for them, and then we will get them canned up tomorrow. The first thing that I want to do is get some apple butter. The apples put into the crock pot so that they can cook overnight. If you've never had apple butter, it is butter, but it's not. It's apples. It has no butter in it at all, and it is delicious. You can use it in place of butter on like toast or bagels or anything like that. It is spreadable, and it has kind of the flavor profile almost of like an applesauce. Actually, you can kind of make it whatever flavor profile you want, but I generally make mine more like an applesauce flavor profile. So you can put it in place of anything that you would like butter or a spread. It also pairs really, really well with things like a pork loin. If you spread it on top of the pork loin and then bake your pork loin or pork chops, you can also put it into like oatmeal and bake oatmeal with it. So it's really good. I usually can it in either the half pint or the pint jars, just because I don't want it to go bad before I can use it all. And again, we are a small family here. So, but it does take a long time to cook. So let's get started on it, and I'll talk to you about it as we're going. So what I have here in the sink is about 6 pounds of apples. That makes a normal standard quantity for an apple butter. If you're looking up the recipe, it usually will tell you to have between 6 and 7 pounds. So I use this, I love this stuff. I use this veggie wash spray. So I sprayed them, I let my apples sit in the veggie wash for a little while, then I rinse them really good. And I also have this really bizarre, but I love it. It's this ionic vegetable and fruit thing, and you literally turn it on and drop it in the water, and supposedly it's ultrasonic and washes your fruit and vegetables really well. Does it work? I don't know, but it makes me feel better. So what I did was I rinsed them really well, and then I put them into some cold water, and I threw this in there for a few minutes, and so hopefully they are nice and clean. When you make apple butter, you can make them, you can do skin on or skin off. I usually just leave the skin on. That's the way my family prefers them, so we just leave the skin on. You can peel them if you would choose to. So the only difference really with skin on and skin off is just kind of the texture. If you leave the skin on, it tends to be a little bit, let me show you what I've got over here. The only difference with the skin on is it does tend to be a little bit more texturized. So here in my pot, in my crock pot here, I have, let me think here. I have about a cup of brown sugar. I have about a half a cup of cane sugar. I have about a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. I have about a tablespoon of cinnamon. I have some nutmeg. I have some cloves, and I have a pinch of salt. And that's all I need to do for in here. So I put that in here, and it's just gonna kind of hang out in here. I'm gonna throw the apples in on top of it. And again, I don't peel mine. My family prefers the texture of these ones with the skin on. For apple butter, it has to cook for about 10 hours. And then when you're done cooking it, you literally just go in with your immersion blender and you blend it up until it is the consistency that you're looking for. And so that's what I'm going to do. So these are going to cook overnight. And then tomorrow morning we will blend it up to the consistency that we're looking for. And then we will can it up. So this, I will probably add a smidgen of some apple juice to as well. For every every 3 pounds of apples, I'm sorry, I had to do the calculation. For every 3 pounds of apples that you use, you